This is going to be a video demonstration of how to hook up an Atari 2600, Atari 7800, ColecoVision, Intellivision, really any console that uses RF. And this video is mainly intended for people that buy things from me on eBay and are having trouble getting it hooked up to their modern flat screen TVs. And this process will be the same whether you bought an Atari 2600, 7800, ColecoVision, Intellivision, like all those systems that I named. It'll all be the same basic premise. So yeah, let's get into it. The first step is you're going to get your included AC adapter with your console. You're going to plug it in, obviously, and plug it into the back of the system. On the Atari, it's right here, and that'll be different depending on what console that you're working on. That's not the hard part. The main part is RF video. A lot of people don't understand this, and it's completely understandable. This cable right here is going to be outputting in channel 3, channel 4, or channel 2, depending on the system. When I ship out the consoles, I always make sure they're set to channel 3. And if you want to verify that on the Atari, it's right here. On the ColecoVision, it's on the back of the system. But just know when I send it to you, it'll be set to channel 3. I also include this with all of my consoles. This is called an RF adapter. It will plug into the RF input jack, or the coaxial jack. There's a lot of different names for it. Right on the back of your TV. This will work on modern TVs as well as old CRT TVs, which will give you better picture quality, but a lot of people don't have them, which is understandable. So we're going to show you how to hook this up to your main TV. Any flat screen TV will work. Some really modern ones have kind of bad analog video support, which is what these old consoles use. Analog TVs have been shut down since the early 2000s, so there's really no other use for analog tuners in these TVs besides old game consoles and VCRs and stuff like that. Another thing a lot of people don't understand is that this is not a composite video signal. I get a lot of people writing me, and they're just plugging this cable directly into their composite video input, or the yellow jack on their TV, and it's not working, and it's not going to work. You need to use this RF adapter that I'm including. So let's get this plugged into our TV now. Here we are in the back of the TV, and you can see antenna input. You're going to get the RF adapter, and you're going to screw it right into this, just like so. And once that's fully screwed in, you're going to grab your video cable coming from the console, and you're going to plug it directly into there. Now let's get into actually using this signal. Okay, so now that's all we need to do to hook it up. It's very simple. The hard part can be tuning in the station, so I'm going to show you how to do that now. It's going to be different depending on your TV brand and everything like that. If you're really having trouble with it, feel free to just send me a message, send me pictures of the menu in your TV, and I'll help you out. You guys should be able to get the gist of it from here. One really important step is to turn your console on before you switch inputs for the first time. And also, for a console like an Atari 2600, these don't display really anything. It's like a lot of times they'll display a black screen if you don't have a game in, which sometimes these TVs won't pick up for some reason. So I would recommend getting a game, putting it in, powering the console on. And as you can see here, obviously nothing's happening because we are on HDMI 1, which is not where we need to be. So you need to get your TV remote, or you could use the buttons on the TV, whatever. And you're going to want to switch to TV at the top. It could be called antenna, or it could be called cable. Again, if you're confused, send me a picture of your input screen. But on this TV here, it's called TV, so we're going to scroll over to that. You can see we're on channel 3, and boom, we got a picture. You can see it reset. We have sound, and we have video, and it looks pretty good. But let's say you did this and you're not getting a picture. Why could that be? One of the main reasons why you may not have a picture is you're on digital channel 3. A lot of these flat screen TVs will default to searching for digital channels, and you won't see like the static like this or anything. So let's see if we actually might be able to trick this TV. Okay, so scanning, it didn't find anything. If we turn it on here, it might display. Yeah, so this TV's set up correctly. But if you don't see a picture here, you're on channel 3, you turn it on. Also try channel 2, try channel 4 just to make sure. Maybe the switch got bumped in shipping or something. And obviously you can refer to the switch on the console as well, because I always make sure both channels are working. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your TV's menu. Again, this is going to be different on every single TV. So obviously your menu is not going to look exactly like this. Here we go in my TV settings. This is what mine look like. Yours will be a little different, but they will be very similar. We're going to want to go down to this channel thing right here. Yours might say like cable setup, or basically we're going to do a channel search. So you could manually add channels, but to make it simpler, we're going to do an auto scan. Make sure your console's on as well with a game inside, and make sure it's all hooked up correctly as we did in the beginning of this video. Auto scan. We're going to go with antenna, and you can see it's searching here. Your TV may ask you if you want to search for analog or digital channels, which would greatly speed up this process. If it asks you that, then choose analog. We're just looking for the analog TV station of the Atari right now, basically. So we're just going to let this go through, and I'll speed this process up. As you can see right there, we did just find one analog channel, so that's going to be our Atari. So we just got to wait for this process to finish up, and we should get a display. Now that the scan is complete, you should go straight into the picture here with the Atari displaying, or whatever console you're trying to do this for. And yeah, that's basically the video. Again, if you're having any other further issues, please shoot me a message. I'm always willing to help, and always been able to basically help people to get it working. A lot of times what you can do, which could make it easier for you, is if you have a VCR, you can run the console through your VCR and then use the composite outputs of the VCR to hook it up to your modern TV. And you may actually get a better picture that way. And maybe I'll make a video one day explaining how to do that. But either way, I hope you enjoy your new console. I hope it's up and running. And if not, shoot me a message. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Bye.